Companies posted strong Q4 margins, Q4 numbers. In fact, we're looking at how those margins have expanded to 30% from 10% last year. Let's in fact welcome in Rajiv Kumar Gupta. He's the MD at GNFC to get all the details on this quarter that has gone by. All right, let's start this conversation. Mr. Gupta, thanks for speaking to us. Margins, of course, have gone up dramatically for this quarter. Is that mainly due to increasing prices of caustic soda? And what are the real trends that you see have to do when it comes to pricing in TDI acetic acid as well?
Well, TDI pricing, as far as TDI pricing is concerned, it's been consistent, and TDI prices world over have been hovering around $4,000, $4,200. But domestically, we're selling it at a better price, and the prices have been oscillating between 2,90,000 to 3,15,000, 3,35,000. So TDI demand has also been consistent. We already have about 5,000 tons worth of export orders pending for May and June. And as far as the plant production is concerned, capacity utilization, we have increased from 73% to 93% this year, and we hope to take it beyond 100% in the current year. So going by the current performance, I think the performance is going to be better even next year. But more especially, I would like to mention that apart from TDI, the non-TDI business has also been doing very well, and the company should be evaluated holistically, not only on the basis of TDI. Non-TDI business, formic acid, acetic acid, ethyl acetate, technical grade urea, AN melt, a host of other chemicals we have been producing, and they have registered highest ever production figures and highest ever realization figures. So the performance this year of 790 crores of highest ever profit and 1,162 crores of PBT is a combination of both TDI and non-TDI business. Even in fertilizer, we have registered a volume growth, revenue growth of almost 4%. Of course, the margins have come down simply because we had to make provision for some ongoing subsidy issue and ongoing gas issue. So almost 100 crores we had to cut off from our profits there. Costs have been slightly higher in case of natural gas and coal problems. But overall performance, both in chemical segment and in the fertilizer segment, has been satisfactory.
You mentioned margins. I want to understand your outlook for it, Mr. Gupta. Do you think they can be sustained at 30% levels? And what about volume growth? The kind of volume growth that you've achieved in the fourth quarter, if you expect this kind of momentum to continue in the next quarter as well?
See, I would not like to get into any percentage business right now, but going by the current trend, and we have almost finished the first 25 days of the first quarter. The demand has been consistent, production has also been consistent, and both domestically there is a very important thing that has happened during last 6 months. Our capacity, our domestic market share has increased, say, from 49% last year to almost 65% now. So every year, every day, we are almost giving 20% more supplies to domestic consumers. In TDI, in formic acid, we have started exporting formic acid. We have started exporting largely ethyl acetate and methyl formate. So non-TDI exports are increasing, and TDI domestically demand and supply has been increasing. So that's a very interesting trend that has happened in last 6 months due to our changes in strategy of marketing and changes in strategy of pricing. And that trend we hope to sustain in coming few months.
Fair enough. Mr. Gupta, can you also tell us about finance costs? Because we've seen that they've also decreased sharply. And has there been any paring of debt? And also, does all of this improve any cash flows for the company going forward?
Yes, I would like to put that in a perspective. We started about 4 years back with 2,500 crores of assets, non-productive, non-operational, almost junk, with 4,000 crores of debt and 600 crores of EPC obligations hovering on our head, almost 7,000 crores of liabilities. As a result of that, in 2014-15, we suffered a net loss of 452 crores. And from that level, we rose to register a profit of 226 crores in 2015-16, and thereafter 521 crores, and now this year 790 crores. So debt levels we have been consistently maintaining, and last 6 months I have been trying to proclaim the company's target that we would become a long-term debt-free company by the end of this financial year. And I'm very happy to announce that our company is long-term debt-free. From that level, we have made the long-term debt zero at the end of 31st March. As far as the working capital utilizations are concerned, we have reduced them from 1,700 crores level to less than 250 crores, to be precise, 227 crores. Our short-term target is even to make that zero as a result of our cash flows. So obviously the finance costs have come down drastically, and they will further come down.
Enough, Mr. Gupta, appreciate that, but also you haven't given us a sense of the target volumes. I just want to understand what your current capacity utilization is, and if you see any incremental addition to the kind of volumes you could be targeting.
I said we improved the capacity utilization as far as TDI is concerned from 73% to 93%. Our target is to go beyond 100%. Actually, we have fixed up a target of 110% capacity utilization as far as TDI is concerned. Non-TDI business also, there is sufficient scope for increasing volumes and increasing sales. And now we are strategizing exporting more of non-TDI chemicals also. So that is a new strategy that we have recently adopted. Apart from exporting TDI, we are increasing exports of other non-TDI chemicals as well. So volume growth should continue the way it has been in last 1 year.
Just to go into the chemicals, we understand that that has, of course, been a key driver for the company, and the fertilizer business has also reduced its losses compared to what we were witnessing last year. Do you see this sort of a trend sustaining going forward?
Well, fertilizer business, you see, we suffered some losses in production of urea due to some ongoing technical problem in our ammonia plant, which we hope to take care of in next few months and increase our ammonia production and also urea production. So fertilizer segment also, the realizations will increase as the monsoon has been predicted to be almost 97%, so we don't see any fall in demand of fertilizers. Chemicals, I have already explained. Even non-fertilizer, non-chemical business, our IT segment also has also been doing very well. More than 40 crores profit we earned from there. So overall, the growth of the company should continue as it has been during the last 1 year.
Mr. Gupta, can I press you for the revenue outlook for FY19 and any other guidance that you'd like to share with us?
See, instead of giving you a revenue guidance, I would like to maintain that the board has authorized me to go in for capex. This is the right time. The board has decided that company is debt-free. We have recorded highest ever performance both in production, in sales, and in profits. So in known areas that we are very comfortable and very strong in acetic acid. India consumes 1 million ton of acetic acid, of which 150,000 tons is produced domestically, and that too is produced only by GNFC. The rest, 850,000 tons of acetic acid is imported in India. So we have decided, the board has decided and authorized me to go ahead with the capex in acetic acid. Similar is the case in formic acid. We consume in India about 36,000 tons of formic acid, of which 22,000 tons is produced in India by only GNFC. The rest is being imported. So we have decided to go in for capex in formic acid, both of the existing plant as well as we are in talks with RCF, Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizer, to take over their existing plant and shift it to our complex for increasing the capacity in formic acid. And hopefully, things are moving in a positive direction. So these two areas we have decided. In addition to that, we are also planning to increase our ammonia production capacity. We're going to spend about 150 crores in ammonia production, and that will increase our fertilizer production, and also extra ammonia will be available for industrial products. Concentrated nitric acid is an area where the demand has been consistently going up, and we have already decided to expand our capacity in concentrated nitric acid. So these are strong areas where the company has been doing very well. Number one, and number two,
Mr. Gupta, thank you for having that conversation with us. right there. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it out there. It's been wonderful to have you sharing what's actually happening with these numbers with us. That, of course, was the MD at GNFC, Rajiv Kumar Gupta, giving us a sense as to how the company has managed to achieve the kind of numbers. We're seeing the way the stock is, of course, spiking up in trade, as well as their projections for growth going forward. Thank you for that conversation. Joining us now is our next guest. That's Avinash Gorakhsakar. He's the head research, Joindre Capital Services. Avinash, thank you so much for waiting patiently as we were having that conversation. Quick take on the markets as well as the kind of levels you're looking out for at this stage.
No, I think broadly, my sense is I think market